I am going to be finding out if the height of a goaltender actually matters in NHL 26. In the form of Mini Pekka Pasta, the man has the potential and the skill set to be the greatest goaltender of all time, but there is one problem. He is tiny as hell. 18 years old, 83 overall, with franchise high potential. It is safe to say the future is very bright for Mini Pekka Pasta on the Montreal Canadiens because they have a young core of talent that does fit the timeline of him, with guys like Caulfield, Suzuki, and Slavkovsky, Ivan Demidov only being a rookie in year number 1. Kirby Dach is still not really that old. Defensively, they do have Lane Hudson, of course. Noah Dobson is like 25. Caden Goalie's extremely young. This team should be able to dominate, and now, with a star-studded goaltender to complete their rebuild, we are going to find out how Pekka Pasta develops in NHL 26. The first order of business, getting rid of Samuel Montembeault. We got to find this man a suitor. I did turn off the salary cap because the computers are going to be taking over the GM duties. I'm going to help out the Pittsburgh Penguins. We'll take back Blomqvist for Samuel Montembeault, straight up 1-for-1. We got absolutely fleeced, but don't worry. We have Mini Pekka Pasta. That man is going to be a legit superstar, or at least I hope. The main goal of the video is to find out if height actually matters in this game. Having a 5'5" goaltender, the shortest you can be in NHL 26, with the highest potential possible in franchise high. Can this man still simulate well? Can he still reach a high overall? Many questions to be had, and all of them will be answered in this video. So make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, sit back, relax, and watch the absolute greatness that is Mini Pekka Pasta. At the end of our very first season, Montreal, surprisingly enough, they made the postseason. 43 wins, 31 losses, 8 in overtime for 94 points. Third in the Atlantic, which is very tough. We got Florida being the best team in the NHL, followed by Edmonton and Columbus. One of these is not like the other. I do not even care about the individual statistics. Mini Pekka Pasta on 9-15, 35 wins, 2 shutouts, a 272 GAA as an 18-year-old rookie, already bumped up to an 84 overall. It's safe to say his rookie season was pretty successful. All the short kings stand up. This man is proving the impossible, that height does not matter, as he dominates the goaltending awards. Stuart Skinner will have the most wins at 44. The most shutouts in the NHL will go to Igor Shesterkin, who had 7. We're not at the top of either category, but I have a feeling Mini Pekka Pasta is going to have a very good career in the National Hockey League after posting a very impressive rookie season. We got the Habs against the Leafs in round number 1. Who knows what will happen? Maybe I'll even hop into a playoff game and play it as the goaltender, dust off the old goalie skills. I think I'm actually going to wait until Pekka Pasta is a higher overall. 84, it's just not good enough for me right now. I know I'm probably going to get lit up. I haven't played goalie in a couple months. We're down currently 3-0 to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who knew a rookie goaltender would not lead you to a Stanley Cup in their rookie season? As we are down 3-0 entering the third, that is all she wrote on Pekka Pasta's rookie season. Kirby Dach led our team in scoring with only 2 points in 4 games. This is quite literally Carey Price all over again. Jake Evans had 2, Carrier 2, Suzuki only 2 apples, and for Pekka Pasta, an .880 save percentage, damn near 4 goals against per game. That man got lit up like a Christmas tree. The Washington Capitals will win one more Stanley Cup with Ovi beating my Oilers. I get to watch my Edmonton Oilers lose in the Cup Finals yet again. It's almost like it's programmed into the game. Leon Draisaitl, the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Nathan McKinnon, the Maurice Richard. Quinn Hughes is going to grab the Norris. We got Ivan Demidov, the Calder. Conn Smythe will go to PLD, no longer overpaid. Stuart Skinner, the Vezina, and the Selke will go to Crosby. The Utah Mammoth are going to be able to select first overall after winning the draft lottery. They get themselves a generational prospect in Gavin McKenna. That will most definitely accelerate the rebuild. Goodbye to defenseman God Ryan Suter, Loki Couture, Alex Pietrangelo, Shea Weber, and Torrey Krug. I would also like to add Pekka Pasta is the most generous goaltender of all time, signing for league minimum on a monster 8-year deal. 19 years old, 86 overall, franchise high. It's only going to be a couple seasons until this man is like a 90 plus. Also, now thinking about it, since I turned off the salary cap, that really was not needed. We should have got Pekka Pasta paid. But again, thinking about it, the Montreal Canadiens are taking a risk, taking a 5'5" goaltender. Not something you see every day in the National Hockey League. As we now move on to year number 2. 87 overall for Mini Pekka Pasta, as he is the starting goaltender of Les Montreal. 3 elite level X Factors. Coming off a very good rookie season. We get Ivan Demidov bumped up to an 89 39, so he's going to play first-line duties alongside Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. Montreal desperately needs a second-line center. I don't know if Kirby Dach really is that guy. They also picked up JVR and Riley Smith. Jake Evans still on the roster. Defensively, I don't think they made any changes outside of Mark-Edward Vlasic. How is Vlasic an 81 overall at age 39? If only I could make Pekka Pasta the captain of this roster. Unfortunately, not a feature in NHL 26, despite Roberto Luongo being the last goaltender ever to be named captain of a NHL roster. Bobby Lou, my goat. The sophomore slump is indeed real. The Montreal Canadiens went 41-35-6, only 88 points and second last in our division. Things did not go our way. I'm guessing Pekka Pasta was a massive reason because of that. Nick Suzuki had 99 points, so I guess the offense wasn't really the issue. Cole Caulfield, 43 goals. Demidov had 78. Slavkovsky, 59. And for Pekka Pasta, 30 wins, 2 shutouts, and only a .901 save percentage. Not an absolutely horrific season by any stretch, but compared to his rookie year, definitely a downgrade. I mean, he was at a .916 last season. Similar amount of wins, same amount of shutouts, but the save percentage was massively different. To make matters worse, we got to witness the Buffalo Sabres sweep the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals. First time back in the postseason, the Sabres are Stanley Cup champions. Try to explain that to somebody who has watched Sabres hockey over the past decade. It is virtually impossible. Nylander, the Lindsay, Art Ross and Hart Trophy. David Pastrnak takes home the Maurice Richard, Adam Fox the Norris, TNT the Conn Smythe. Jake Ottinger will win the Vezina, and the Selke Trophy will go to Connor McDavid. As we try to gear up for a very big year number 3 where Pekka Pasta, the Utah Mammoth won back-to-back draft lottery, so they are going to select Gavin McKenna, and now this season I believe is Landon DuPont. Dog, they are going to be so incredibly unfair. We have to gear up for a very big year number 3. Pekka Pasta only getting better. He has to come back better than ever as Alexander Ovechkin is gone, no longer terrorizing the NHL. Alongside Nicholas Backstrom, Tyler Myers is retiring, Jack Johnson, and Carey Price finally calls it a career at age 39. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a video where I bring Carey Price back into his prime until he decides to retire in NHL 26. Overall, I think it could be a fun video. There should be absolutely no excuse that Montreal re-signs everybody. All the players we want to get back. There is no salary cap in this universe. Kirby Dach, I'll qualify him, and of course Pekka Pasta does not need to be signed. He's only an 86 overall after a pretty rough season. Luckily, Pekka Pasta did not decline. He's still an 88 overall, 20 years old, definitely feeling comfortable now in the NHL. Caulfield, Suzuki, and Demidov might be the best first line in the entire league. We picked up Nicholas Waugh in the offseason to play alongside Slavkovsky and Kirby Dach. Blake Coleman, our third line center, doesn't look too bad. Goalie, Dobson, Carrier, Matheson. Why is Lane Hudson on the bottom defensive pairing? Is it just because he doesn't fit with Noah Dobson? I'm going to go Lane Hudson alongside Mike Matheson, Noah Dobson with Caden Goalie, and then we'll go Ryan Backer and Carrier, and of course, the brick wall between the pipes. Yet again, another mediocre season by Montreal, 40-33-9, only 89 points. We missed out by the postseason by 4 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Montreal right now does not seem like they're headed into the right direction, which also is going to hurt Mini Pekka Pasta and his future success in the NHL. Cole Caulfield had 40 goals and 70 points. Nick Suzuki only 8 goals on the season, but 68 total points. Demidov wasn't really good. Blake Coleman had 30 goals, and Pekka Pasta again, back-to-back pretty bad seasons for him overall. I'm gonna chalk it up to the fact that Montreal just isn't a great hockey team right now. Maybe in the offseason they get a little bit better. Maybe I cheat the system a little bit and add some great players to this roster. I just want to find out, on a good team, could a 5'5" goaltender actually produce and maybe even win the Vezina? The New York Rangers get it done with newly minted captain JT Miller. Come on, EA, y'all gotta be straight up trolling right now. Why is Edmonton losing the cup final yet again? How is one team so dominant in the Western Conference, but we lose to any Eastern Conference team known to man? It is straight up BS. Nylander again will take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Nathan McKinnon, the Maurice Richard, Fox, the Norris, and the Conn Smythe. Igor Shesterkin, the Vezina, and the Selke will go to your mom's a hoe, Sebastian Aho. How is Montreal not getting a top pick when we repeatedly miss the postseason? We got Utah getting both generational talents at forward and defense, and now the New York Islanders get another first overall pick. The mom killer, Corey Perry, officially retired after 491 goals. Brent Burns is gone. Matt Zuccarello, Jordan Eberle, Nick Foligno, and Ryan McDonough. And then the GOAT, Calvin Pickard, is gone after 190 games in the National Hockey League. The GOAT! We have to do something in the offseason because this roster just ain't it. We got a lot of great talent. Caulfield, Demidov, Suzuki, they're all 90 overalls. Lane Hudson is stuck at an 89 because we're not making the postseason. And Pekka Pasta, it's hard for him to grow when he's simulating as bad as he is on a team that isn't a playoff team, but he is up to an 89, so you're telling me there's hope. Finally, some changes in the offseason. The roster looks a whole lot better. We are going to run out Demidov, Suzuki, and Caulfield, but Brady Tkachuk, the newest member of the Montreal Canadiens, alongside Nicholas Waugh and Trevor Moore, we got Uri Slavkovsky as a third liner alongside Blake Coleman and Capo Caco. An 86 overall fourth line center, definitely the best in the NHL. Defensively, we're running back the same exact decor. And for goaltenders, Pekka Pasta now is a 91 overall at only 21 years old, still extremely young in his career and ready to prove everybody wrong at 5'6". The man grew! The man literally grew to 5'6". Unbelievable. Miracles truly can happen. All right, Dan Muse, I have a very high season goal. This team is good enough to compete for the Stanley Cup, and that is our goal at the beginning of the season. Let's get it done. Finally back in the postseason. Not even that impressive of a record. 45, 31, and 6, 96 points. Definitely an improvement. Second place in our division, only behind Toronto. I'm not gonna lie, I did expect this team to win like 50 games, and the Philadelphia Flyers, 57, 23, and 2. Cole Caulfield was our best forward, scoring 47 goals and 79 points. The depth surrounding the team definitely got a whole lot better. Ivan Demidov not really reaching his full potential. Capped off at a 90 overall, and Pekka Pasta between the pipes. 36, 23, and 5. Did have 4 shutouts, but again, only a 900 save percentage. Was his rookie season a fluke? I'm genuinely posing the question right now because I don't know why he's not simulating better than he should. He's got experience underneath his belt. He's on a better team than he was the prior 2 seasons. Had 36 wins, one of the highest win seasons out of any starting goaltender. 4 shutouts is pretty impressive, but only a sub 900 save percentage when we got Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen starting 67 games and having a 925 on the Sabres. Something is not right. We got to play those same Buffalo Sabres in the very first round. Do I smell an upset in round number 1? We are currently leading in the series 3-1. Heading into game number 5 on home ice, we lose. Buffalo forces a game 6. Can they force a game 7? Well, it looks like I might have to hop in. Game 7 on home ice, I am smelling a victory for the Montreal Canadiens. 0-0 after 1. Second period, we are leading 1-0. I think it's time for me to dust off my old goalie pads. I don't believe it. We have Pekka Pasta in NHL 26 before Grand Theft Auto 6 as I'm dusting off my goaltender pads, and oh my, I'm so tiny. Why am I so insanely tiny? It's insane, dude. I barely even reached the crossbar. Top corner is going to be completely wide open. I would not be shocked if the computer AI absolutely snipe it on me. Usually Pekka Pasta is very big. He's a 9. Oh no, I was out of position. I was out of position, and Zach Benson will tie the game up. I'm not gonna lie, that one is completely on me. I was completely fishing on my pads, not where I should be, and it's in the back of the net as the Buffalo Sabres will tie the game up. Damn, I really wanted to come in here and have a good showing, and that's not a strong start. Listen, I haven't played goaltender in a little bit. Also, being 5'5", I am a little bit quicker than at 6'7". I need the Montreal Canadiens to show up right now. Tkachuk trying to take a shot. It's going to go behind the net. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. We are all knotted up at 1. All thanks to me and my great goaltending abilities. New game, new me in the middle. Benson again. Shot doesn't get through. Rebound. I got to remember, I can't just stay on my pads. That is going to increasingly give upstairs to the shooter. Out in front. Want to save, but it makes it through. Nicholas Waugh will bury it and give the Montreal Canadiens the lead in Game 7. A little bit of a broken play. I don't know how Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen did not make that save, but Nicholas Waugh, third man in the trailer, all alone in the slot, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, buddy, you have to have that in Game 7. He literally has to have that. There is no excuse. He has to have that goal. In a Game 7 situation where you are already tied up at 1, nice save there. Good block shot by my defender. They're going to clear the zone. We just got to kill half the period, and we are walking away with a round 1 series victory against the Buffalo Sabres. Oh no, walking into the slot, and Pekka Pasta will absolutely rob him. Who said height truly matters? Pekka Pasta, an absolute little person in between the pipes, will still make that amazing glove save on Josh Norris. Unbelievable. A little bit of a cluster in front. Honestly, kind of got screened by my own defender, but Pekka Pasta will track the puck, and he will make that save in Game 7. 9 minutes to go in the third period. We are currently out shooting the Buffalo Sabres 26-22, and we're also outscoring them. Things are going just as planned as Ivan Demidov gets sent to the goddamn Shadow Realm. All right, Pekka, lock in here, buddy. 7:15 left to play. Pekka Pasta is a little man. Oh my god, rebound out in front, and it's in. It's in the back of the net again. I couldn't control the rebound. I made the save, and again, it's goddamn Zach Benson. This dude has been terrifying me the entire Game 7. I made the save on the backhand on Alex Tuck. It squirted free. My own defenseman. What was that animation? You mean to tell me EA added in animations that are going to screw me in NHL 26? It is a good thing I don't have to worry about that until at least a couple more months, once I bring back the Pekka Pasta Be a Pro series. For right now, we have to worry about the next 5 minutes in this hockey game. We're back to being tied. I'll knot it up at 2. Kachuk into the zone, centering it. Whoa, can't bury it. Rebound. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen standing on his head. Download Kachuk. Back to Lane Hudson, firing one a little bit too wide. Pekka Pasta is going to go get that. I'm going to grab it for my team, pass it over. I will be Martin Brodeur, short Martin Brodeur back here as we try to retake the lead here in Game 7. Kachuk winding in. Man, oh my god, Brady Kachuk could not bury it. Tage Thompson breaking it out for Buffalo. Entering the zone, TNT, he's in the middle. Owen Power, great save by Pekka Pasta. Less than a minute to play here in the third period. Trevor Moore going behind the net, stopping up, playing it back to the blue line. Caden Goalie in the middle, Domi on the back. Oh my god, Max Domi. What on earth was that, man? You could have done so many better things with that. Oh, great defending by our computer AI. They don't want to go get the puck. They are currently afraid of the Buffalo Sabres forecheck. 28 seconds to go. I'm not playing any overtime. It is only the third period, and then I'm gone. Max Domi out in front, saved by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Can we have a game winner in the final 17 seconds of this hockey game? Cole Caulfield burning wide, centering it to nobody. Not really the greatest pass. I saw the winger dive for the puck as well. I don't know what their obsession is in NHL 26 in doing that, as the Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres are going to head to overtime. Luckily, I don't have to witness it. Predictably, an overtime loss to the Buffalo Sabres in Game 7. Ivan Demidov led us offensively with 8 points in 7 games. Noah Dobson had 7, Suzuki 7, Slavkovsky 5, and for Pekka Pasta, you know what? I'll take it. A 9-10 save percentage is not bad. The goals against is a little bit high, but again, we got outmatched by a Buffalo team that clearly right now is better than us, as Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks get it done over the Maple Leafs in 5 games in the Cup Finals. William Nylander will win the Lindsay yet again, the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy. P. Shorzy, the Maurice Richard on Utah. Dog, Utah just has literally everybody. Quinn Hughes will win the Norris for the Blackhawks and the Conn Smythe Trophy. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen the Vezina, and the Selke will go to Aho yet again. So that does make sense. Adding in the second best defenseman in the world to Chicago definitely makes them a Cup contender, and Quinn Hughes gets his Stanley Cup. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in full rebuild mode right now, winning the draft lottery. It's only fitting that Sid does retire. He doesn't want to go through a rebuild. He wants to win. Anze Kopitar is gone. Mark Scheifele retiring at the age of 36. Jamie Benn's gone. Duchesne, Jonathan Taves, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. No! There really is no excuses for this team to be a legit Cup contender. Not just sneaking into the postseason and being a first-round exit. Dylan Holloway will join the team in the offseason. Kirill Marchenko is a third-line 90 overall winger, and then we got Andrei Svechnikov on the goddamn fourth line. I'm gonna bump him up. I know we got 3 wingers playing on the third line, but I don't really believe Kirby Dach is worthy of the third-line center tag. Defensively, we're definitely not all there. Maybe the D-core is the reason why Pekka Pasta is not simulating as good, being that they are the guys who are supposed to protect that man from getting scored on. 93 overall, 22 years old, mini Pekka Pasta is legit one of the best, is literally one of the best goaltenders in the entire league, maybe even the highest rated goalie right now. Finally, the Montreal Canadiens win their division, going 48, 26, and 8, 104 points. best team in the Atlantic, and we were a top 5 team, the 5th best team in the entire league behind Dallas, Chicago, Philly, and Winnipeg. Ain't no way the Jets in the year 2030 are still simulating this well. Dylan Holloway put up 91 points on the season and 24 goals, was our best forward. Ivan Demidov, man, I've been so disappointed in his play. Only 18 goals, 69 points. He's capped off at a 90 overall. I mean, year number 2, he had 29 goals and 78 points, but after that, just kind of stagnated. 3 consecutive 60-point seasons. In the postseason, he's been good. 1 goal, 8 points in 7 games, was a -4. Cole Caulfield is our best goal scorer, putting up 49 on the season, and Pekka Pasta, 37 wins, 4 shutouts, and a 908 save percentage. Still yet to get back to his rookie season play where he rocked a 916. It has been 901, 904, 900, and now a 908. So slowly, I guess we are getting better. But now at a 93 overall, I expect the man to play better than that. Maybe the height is the issue. 5'5" is pretty small for a goaltender. Top corner, he must be getting absolutely picked. Kyle Connor will lead the NHL in scoring, or actually he's tied alongside Sasha Barkov. They both had 112 points. And for the goals, Connor Bedard will lead the way with 68 on the season. McKinnon also had 60, Kyle Connor 58, Adam Fantilli with 58, and the GOAT Alexei Protas had a 50-goal season. As we are going to play the New York Islanders in round number 1. And hopefully Pekka Pasta can finally have a good postseason series. Well, we got absolutely destroyed. A 5-game series against the New York Islanders. And yet again, the Montreal Canadiens just are not a good performing team. They have been very disappointing, as well as Pekka Pasta. Don't even care about the forwards. I know they didn't perform, and Pekka Pasta, oh dear God. 1-3-1, no shutouts, an 862 save percentage, and a 460 GAA. This man is being held back by his height. He's a high-rated goaltender who had a great rookie season, and it's all been downhill ever since then. After shit-talking Winnipeg, they're going to sweep New York in the Cup Finals, win the Stanley Cup. New York, that literally could have been us if we had to beat the Islanders in round number 1. Connor Bedard with the Lindsay and Maurice Richard. Hart Trophy is going to go to Matthew Tkachuk, and the Art Ross to Kyle Connor. Quinn Hughes takes home the Norris yet again. Cole Perfetti, the Conn Smythe. Soderblom, the Vezina, and the Selke will go to Macklin Celebrini, who quite possibly has the worst voice acting of all time. No shade on Mac, though. That is not his specialty. The man is a hockey player, not a video game voice actor, as the St. Louis Blues will win the draft lottery. Yevgeny Malkin is retiring after 611 goals. John Tavares is gone. Steven Stamkos, the most underrated player of the 2010s. Marchand, Giroux, Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, Tyler Seguin, and the greatest American-born goaltender of all time in Jonathan Quick. All right, it's time to overhaul this roster. Jack Hughes, I want you to save us. Welcome to Montreal. Wyatt Johnston, why not you come here also? Screw our bottom 6 players who are not producing. We need a good enough team to be able to have Pekka Pasta simulate well. We already offered Charlie McAvoy a contract. Are there any other great defensemen available right now? Seth Jones at an 85. Well, it looks like our decor is not going to get completely overhauled. Mason McTavish at an 89 overall. I'm going to offer you a very lucrative offer, $17 million, praying that you accept. Patty Laine, I don't really want to bring back. We just need a good enough team to dominate the regular season and have Pekka Pasta simulate well, because I'll be honest, right now it ain't cutting it. Talk about a star-studded roster. Caulfield, Hughes, and Holloway, Tkachuk alongside Suzuki and Demidov, an 89 overall Mason McTavish with Kirill Marchenko and Yuri Slavkovsky, and then Trevor Moore, Kirby Dack, and Andrei Svechnikov. Defensively, again, we're not the greatest defensive team, but hopefully we can outscore all of our issues. And then if we look between the pipes, Pekka Pasta has capped off at a 93. I think we need to have a good season before this man grows any higher above a 93. He's only 23 years old. His attributes look like this: a very good goaltender, one of the best, maybe the highest rated goalie in the entire league right now. It is a make or break season for the video and for the Montreal Canadiens. Also, I think it's time to put some pressure on Mini Pekka Pasta and set him a season goal of winning the Vezina trophy. Make or break. Finally, the Montreal Canadiens have arrived. 65 wins, 14 losses, 3 in overtime for 133 points. Best team in the Atlantic Division and the best team in the entire NHL, backed by a 5'5" goaltender. The offseason acquisition in Jack Hughes definitely paid off. 91 points in 82 games. Cole Caulfield had 42 goals. Reuniting their USA developmental program. Brady Tkachuk at 86, Suzuki 86, Dylan Holloway was solid, and between the pipes. 55, 10, and 3 with only 3 shutouts and a 9-10 save percentage. Dog, talk about disappointing. I expected this man to have like a 920, 930, 6 to 7 shutouts, 55 win season, but that's a team record. But no, his amazing year on the best team in the NHL is only putting up a 9-10 save percentage. Now, because the amount of wins that he has, he's probably still going to take home the Vezina. He had a respectable save percentage, 3 shutouts, and of course, 14 more wins than the second place Joseph Woll on the Detroit Red Wings. A rematch against Buffalo in round 1. It is time to get our revenge. We know what happened a few years ago. This season, we are the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup, and we got to go out there and prove it. We have yet to win a single playoff series in the Pekka Pasta era, so that definitely does not bode well for us. And now we got to go into game number 6, down 3-2 in the series, in Buffalo on the road to try to save our season. First period, 1-0 lead. Second period, Buffalo's going to tie it up. It is that mofo Zach Benson again. Dude has been terrorizing the Montreal Canadiens for some time now. Uh-oh, power play for Buffalo. They are heavily outshooting us, 37-24. Pekka Pasta thankfully is keeping us in the hockey game right now. The only reason it is a tie game and we do not have the lead. Unfortunately, this game has overtime written all over it. Please, Montreal, save the season. Force a game 7. Power play for the Sabres. Can they get anything on it? How long is this power play? A 5-minute major, and that will do it. Rasmussen on Pekka Pasta on their 50th shot of the game. I don't believe it. The Montreal Canadiens, yet again, are going to lose to the Buffalo Sabres in the very first round, not even a game 7. Pekka Pasta did his job, stopping 48 out of 50 shots, had a 960 save percentage. Well, I guess the good news is Pekka Pasta did take home the Vezina. Not really a shock, though. Individually, I really don't care about the point totals. I'm looking at Pekka Pasta. He had a 941 and a 195 GAA. Finally showed up in the postseason, and his team gave him virtually no help. And to top it all off, we have to watch our bitter rivals in the Toronto Maple Leafs get it done over Minnesota in the Stanley Cup Finals. Matthews, the Ted Lindsay, Matvei Mishkov, the Maurice Richard, Art Ross will go to Willie, as well as the Hart Trophy. Quinn Hughes dominating the Norrises. Can somebody explain to me where Cale Makar went? Tage Thompson, the Conn Smythe on Toronto. Pekka Pasta finally got his Vezina trophy, and the Selke will go to Sebastian Aho of the goddamn Carolina Hurricanes. New Jersey will win the draft lottery. The Islanders select second, and the Seattle Kraken third. Greatest American-born player of all time, Patrick Kane, is retiring from the NHL, as well as Artemi Panarin. Nazem Kadri is gone. Ryan O'Reilly, hashtag Tim Hortons. Vladimir Tarasenko, the NHL 17 cover athlete, and for the goaltenders, Freddie Anderson, Jacob Markstrom, and Cam Talbot. Talk about a team that should theoretically be a whole lot better than we are. The most loaded roster of all time in NHL history. Defensively, we picked up Brant Clark at a 91 to play alongside Lane Hudson, Noah Dobson. We did, unfortunately, lose Caden Goalie, but luckily Pekka Pasta still a 93 overall after winning the Vezina trophy. Yeah, his potential is chopped. This man is not going to get any better. The final season of the video will begin right now, as it looks like a 5'5" goaltender, well, technically 5'6" now, will cap off at a 93 overall, even after winning the Vezina trophy. Theoretically, he probably should have got a whole lot better. By the way, the season sims at this point are taking like 10 to 15 minutes per season just to get through the regular season. So yeah, it's kind of tough, I'm not going to lie. One final kick at the can with a 58-win team in Le Montreal. 19 regulation losses, 5 in overtime, 121 points. Best team in the NHL. Quite literally, there is no excuse. Brady Tkachuk is our leading scorer. The man had 43 goals and 96 points at age 32. Caulfield 90, Hughes 89. Deminoff finally is a point per game player again. And Pekka Pasta 43, 13, and 5 with 4 shutouts and only a 909 save percentage. Too bad the man literally peaked in his rookie season, posting a 916. I thought he had a very bright future ahead of him. Unfortunately, the height definitely was a drawback. 93 overall, not getting any better, not simulating any better either. He still does have a shot at a Vezina though, as Spencer Knight will tie him in wins at 43. He had 4 shutouts. Logan Thompson only had 6. It is a possibility. What else is a possibility is us losing to the Red Wings in the very first round. Finally, a postseason victory dominating the Red Wings in 5 games. Maybe this is the season we go all the way, but we do got to go through Toronto in round 2, who have had our number throughout the entirety of the video. I don't believe it. The Montreal Canadiens will play in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2021 against the Philadelphia Flyers. It all comes down to this. Game 7 of the conference finals. We got a 3-3 tie entering the third, praying that Montreal's offense can come up clutch. Out shooting. No, Bo Horvat. God damn it. Brendan Carlo thankfully ties the game back up, and then Brant Clark will give us the lead in the third period as Le Montreal has moved on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Est-ce que vous allez à la toilette? The Montreal Canadiens, the Dallas Stars, the Stanley Cup Finals. The Cup's in the building in Game 6 for the Montreal Canadiens, leading the series 3-2 and 3-2 in the game. Caulfield and Suzuki have our goals entering the third period. Pekka Pasta, come on, no! The Montreal Canadiens are finally Stanley Cup champions with the shortest goaltender of all time. Le Pekka Pasta back in Le Montreal, and he gets it done. 93 overall. Didn't really simulate overall that great, I'll be honest. Capping off in his rookie season with a .915 save percentage. It doesn't matter because he is a Stanley Cup champion. Cole Caulfield, Conn Smythe winner with 19 goals in the postseason. I believe that is a playoff high. NHL record in the playoffs. The Cock producing as always. Unfortunately, could not win it in the Bell Center, but it doesn't even matter. I don't care. We could have won it in goddamn Nebraska for all I cared. Nick Suzuki, captain of this team, raising the Stanley Cup, but we know who he's going to pass the cup off to. The greatest goaltender of our era, Le Pekka Pasta, after many fails, trials, and tribulations, is a Stanley Cup champion with the Montreal Canadiens. He never let his height hold him back. 16-6-1, not a single shutout, and barely a .907 save percentage. Safe to say, Pekka Pasta was not worthy of the Conn Smythe. A clean sweep for Austin Matthews on the individual hardware. Quinn Hughes, another Norris. Caulfield, the Conn Smythe. Logan Thompson will win the Vezina, and the Selke will go to Marco Kasper. At the end of the day, the short king himself, Pekka Pasta, will forever be known as a Stanley Cup champion. Not the greatest individual goaltender, didn't have the greatest playoff runs, only grew to a 93 overall, and I honestly believe that EA actually took into account that Pekka Pasta was only 5'6" and very, very short for the goaltending position. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you all watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.